In this episode's last segment, we look into the UW boxing team. Now this we chose as the best profile because Alex Bosco did an amazing job at getting an inside look on not just the team and its players, but what it's all about. What's good, 206? My name is Trennesia Jackson and I'm here at Neighbors Nightclub. Now the Pride Committee this year has been trying to do it big, and they are definitely doing it tonight. They are trying to break the Guinness Book of World Record for the biggest drag show. We got a backstage look behind the scenes of what's going on. Red Square was busier than normal today as students from different races and ethnicities joined hands to protest the recent verdict of the Ferguson case. We were here on the front lines to see how it all went down.
And we're in pain. We're looking for something to do even that night, something constructive, something together. And it turned out, in the midst of our pain, in the midst of us talking over the phone, we said, why not? Let's just meet at Red Square.
The peaceful protest that started around 1 o'clock this afternoon at the University of Washington was all about unity.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is here. And I think it's an important situation that we talk about, that everyone actually actively makes a step to do something. Because I think the way it's covered, it's always outside of us. It's always somewhere else. And I think sometimes we need to realize that by doing something, it is an act of protest.
For students who gathered, the protest became more than just an outlet to vent.
There was a huge sense of solidarity. There was a huge sense of collective unity that was felt. Yes, because people from different nationalities, different creeds, different religions. Some people, I saw some signs advocating for also sexual minorities as well as blacks. It's just a beautiful thing that people can see that oppression affects all of us.
Even though there was a lot of commotion, at the end of the protest, they just wanted silence.
If you could stay for 4.5 minutes and honor justice in which we need to fight for now.
To students, not all hope is lost.
Keep this in your mind.
It's not an immediate response. It's not an immediate result. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's taken 40 years to get to being in this place where we have myself working as a doctoral student. So it may take another 40 years, but at some point it will change.
With hands up, strides of change on their mind, and only their words as ammunition, the goal is to hit everyone's hearts who walk by.
In high school, I was the average douchebag white kid who didn't know what the hell anything was about any form of oppression or injustice or anything. But once I started kind of getting more educated about the systems that were in place and the privileges that I enjoy, I kind of realized that I have an obligation almost to use my privilege to try to promote the conversations about these issues.
And to keep them talking.
If we keep letting these injustices happening and not challenging our own system, who says the system's not going to knock on your door?
At the University of Washington, Trennesia Jackson, The Daily's Double Shot. Hi, I'm Trennesia Jackson, and welcome back to The Daily's Double Shot. This is our first episode of the quarter, so I'd like to say welcome back. Secondly, we pride ourselves in taking student life from a student perspective, and in this episode, we continue to do so by grabbing stories from all around campus. Let's jump right into things.
We've been here for the last 11 days, and well, we got more tents coming.
The men and women on the Ave have begun to speak out.
We're not asking for money. We're not asking for food. We're asking for support. We're asking for people to care.
Several tents have begun to spring up on University Way Northeast. What's caused a stir in the community is not just what they're fighting for, but where they've camped out. Smack dab, near the heart of the Ave, at the post office.
We understand that, people walking around, they don't want to see this all over the place. But you know what? Everyone now is living paycheck to paycheck just about. If that paycheck don't come in, you're going to be hanging out here with us.
Even though he knows they are a bit of an obstacle, Stephen Crow, director of the Ave Foundation, believes there's a bigger issue.
I still see some of the same people when I was a teenager out here in the same shoes, and I'm like, what have you been doing? He's like, man, I've been working. But every time I save up enough for first, last, and deposit, the rent's gone up. I can't afford it no more. I gotta save more money and more money.
Many who are homeless have similar issues to those who aren't. It's because of factors like increased housing rent and not enough rooms in shelters that have homeless people in many of these situations.
Why should we have to move from our community that we grew up in, we live in, we work in, and be forced to go live in another tent city in another part of the city, or another drop-in center, another shelter? There's no services for anybody 25 and above in the University District.
Starting tomorrow, Stephen and others a part of the movement will be handing out pamphlets talking about what their goals are for changing the community for the better.
I'm spreading a message of peace, of unity. Everyone can be one here.
In the University District,
A community can save a life.
Trennesia Jackson,
And I believe the University District community can save ours.
The Daily's Double Shot. Well, that's all the content we have for you tonight. Make sure you tune in 2 weeks for our next episode. In the meantime, you can check us out at dailyudub.com/doubleshot or on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Daily's Double Shot.